Hey, what's up? It's your girl, Vero G. And right now you're listening to FUPAAA Lovers Lounge podcast.
So introduce yourself to the world.
Okay. Hey guys, what's up? This is your girl, Vero G. I'm an artist, entrepreneur, radio, TV host, personality, author. The list goes on, but I just want to say whatever I do, if anything, to my content or my platforms, when I contribute to the community, I just want to give positivity to everyone and just let them know that you could never stop what you're doing and always believe in your dreams.
Okay. So we're going to take it back a little. What made you want to get into the music media business?
Oh, wow. Now we're going way back. Yeah, we're going back. I would say it started very, very young for me at the age of 7. Started, how we all have a calling in life, and I feel like that's the time when I had that moment. And just seeing, starting out from my mom and, my family in the weekends playing music and cleaning. And, from that point on, I just started seeing music was a way to, lift people up and help them. And I just said, this is something I really want to maybe continue out growing from that point on. And, pretty much, I just kept doing. I went to my school choir, junior high school 22. Back at that time, I started from there, and we did a couple of competitions, all that sort. We won a few of them. And then from that point on, I said, this is something I really want to continue as a passion of mine. And then, down the line, I worked with Al Sharpton many years to come. Got to travel for a little bit, got to, to work with the choir as well, with Unchanged Choir. And then afterwards, I just decided to do my solo career and take off from that point on.
Okay. So how was it working with Al Sharpton?
It was actually cool. He was a really, really good boss. He was, had his ways with his mouth and that, yeah, but other than that, he was very nice to all of us. He was making sure we were taken care of. Other than that, he was really cool with us. Yeah. Okay.
So before you became an artist, was you influenced by anybody that was out in the game already?
Oh God, yeah. The list goes on with that. I can name a few. I mean, when I started out years ago, I would, especially in the Latin community, a few of the names I could think about right now was like Ricky Martin, Mark Anthony, the late Selena many years ago. She was one of my main idols growing up. And then other people online like Mariah Carey, Mary J. Blige, Alicia Keys. Those are people that definitely gave me that foundation to pursue my own career as well.
So you released your Project Victory. Was it difficult recording that during the time of pandemic?
That's a really good question. I would say during the time, a lot of people were limited, and we were stay. We had to close in a sense, staying home and couldn't do much. And I felt that was a time where I was more available and able to make this project happen. And a big shout out to my producer, my engineer, Jay Pluto, who worked on this amazing project with me. And after we did the project, I actually did a very small, because of course the pandemic at that time came out first at that time. We did a very small mini tour away from upstate to New York City, and it was a great turnout, and just to see the outcome of people that appreciate the album. It's, available on all digital platforms, and, the videos that came out of it, and some of the videos, I believe it's Fighter. I think, it's on that album. It's a Victory album. It just won an international award for music video. So it's just a blessing that are coming with this. And this has been out for over 2 years now, this album. So it's just great to see the accomplishments behind that.
Okay. Congratulations on that.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So how many tracks was featured on that album, and do you have any collaborations on that project?
Yes. Okay, so I believe I have over, 10 songs on the Victory album. The only collaboration, I think I have 1 or 2, but I believe the one that really stood out was with me featuring Cuba Link. As you know, Como Me Vente Conmigo. We did that over a year ago or so, and big shout out to him and Goya. And, it was just great to work with him on this, and the video is out as well, guys. You can check that out. We have over 27K on the. I have a Vero G Vivo page, and that alone, that video, and that has over 27K views. Just alone, that's amazing. That's a milestone for myself in my career and also his career. And it was just great to work with each other and make this happen. So, yeah, it's out. And actually, we won with that song the 5th LDM Award Show for Latin Artist of the Year for that song.
So how were you able to link up with Cuban Links?
Yeah, so actually a couple of years back when I was just starting out, the radio and then everything else with that, I was wanted to always have him as a guest on the show. Eventually, God worked in Mysterious Wave, and, he put us together. I was actually in a Manhattan studio, TV studio downtown, and he came upon as a guest with somebody else's show. So I saw him, and I took upon the opportunity to introduce myself. We talked. We took from there. We met with his management, and yeah, pretty much the rest is history. And I actually got him to be a guest on my show, like twice. And one day I threw him in that direction. I said, "Hey, listen, let's do collaboration." You know how people are. Yeah, we'll do it. We'll talk to my people. So, yeah, I was like, they kind of brush you off, but they be nice about it. And I'm like, listen, I'm going all the way in for this, okay? So, yeah, I was like, I'm gonna get this. So, how it happened pretty much was where me and him spoke consistently, and we talked and there and that, and then my management, we found a beat, we got it, we made sure we owned the beat, so we had to make sure paperwork was right, everything was good, and for both parties, and we made this beautiful collaboration. It's English, it's a bilingual English and Spanish song, pretty much about love and all that sorts, and it's just amazing to see the outcome of it all. Yeah.
Okay. So how can people purchase that album and other projects that you have put out in the past?
Sure, not a problem. So you guys can find any of my other other albums out. You guys could check that out on all digital platforms like Spotify, Apple Music, Deezer, Tidal, Pandora, all those other places. And you could check out, besides that album, I have another one that just came out last year. It's called Here I Am. That's the 5th EP album. The 6th one, it will be coming out God willing, by next year. I'm going to wait for next year to come out for that. It's called Energy. So you got an exclusive right now here.
Okay.
Yeah, that's going to be really cool. The album is already done. It's going to finalize the final touches on it and have it ready by next year, so I'm excited for that. But other than that, the other albums that are out now, guys, it's Charles, I think not Charles Mission, the other one, The Rise of Vero G, a few of the singles I have there too, and also the album Victory, and I think another one is Here I Am, yes. That's out as well. So, guys, check those out, and I appreciate your support as well.
Yeah, I see you definitely working hard.
Thank you. I'm trying. I'm trying. Yeah.
So when you write your songs, does it come from a creative mindset or past experience?
That's a good question. I would say it's a combination of both. Dealing with a lot of things that was in my past, being a domestic violence survivor, rape victim, and dealing with other obstacles in my life. I felt like music was a way to save my life in many ways, and I felt like it was a great tool to utilize that space and write down my personal experiences, and then things that people could relate to, love, of course, breaking up, different topics and different scenarios that sometimes it could be to the heart, and people need to hear that and realize I'm not the only one going through this, and this is something that with each project I put out or any song I put out is very personal to me, or I want people to be lifted by it at the same time.
Okay. So is it difficult trying to complete a song, or do you have writer's block? And if so, how do you overcome that?
That's a good one. I'm going to be honest, I have gotten many writer's blocks. Many of them. I could tell you countless times where I'm sitting in front of a blank paper with a pen or pencil, and I'm like, okay, something's going to happen today, But yeah, besides that, yeah, it's just, I feel everything is just for a reason. So how it works, where sometimes I'll just, it's the beat has to gravitate to me. Like, if I hear it a couple of times and I'm like, okay, then I'm going to start the structure of it and how to put it together and everything else. But other than that, that's pretty much how the whole way, how I do my songwriting process was just, the beat has to gravitate to me. Something has to call, like really have to work on it and, put whatever, emotion towards it in that sense. And also I feel like a lot of times when I do my songwriting, sometimes there's been times, Brian, like where I get a calling, like, like for example, that song, Let 'Em Heal You. You're the first to know, but nobody knows it yet. Actually, I think I kind of talked about it Sunday on my last show event, where apparently this Saturday I'll be receiving an award for that song. It's called Let 'Em Heal You, and it's an uplifting gospel song, or Christian song, they say, and it's something that I never written. I never do this kind of songs like that kind of thing with Christian and stuff like that. Yeah. So I felt that there was something of a calling that was meant for me to write about, especially during the the pandemic and the things that we're going through, a crisis, inflation, everything else. And this is a song that I felt like would touch people's soul and their hearts, and know that no matter what you're going through in life, God is there with you all the way. So this is just an amazing accomplishment to tell you guys on the show and to let you guys know that don't ever give up on your dreams, because down the line you could also be a part of your amazing journey and receive many blessings along with it.
Okay. Do you remember the first song that you ever wrote?
Oh, my God, yes. I was 15 years old. I'll never forget. I was 10th grade at the time. And I've written Teardrops. How should I forget? And that was based upon my ex who broke up with me. And I, of course, I had read about him and everything else and how I felt. And true story behind this, actually, I got a chance to record it at around 15 or 16, I think. I was working at Beth Abram Hospital, which is in Bronx. And they have like a little studio for the patients and that, like for therapy, music therapy. And luckily, big shout out to Tyreek, who put me on to that. He was a patient that used to be there. And he was like, hey, I know you sing and that. Why don't you come through? And because of him, it was just great to like put it out there. And actually later on, years to come, actually I have to find it, but I actually got a recognition award for that, for the song, and it was put in on their CD with other patients and that sort. So, and that was a volunteer. I was working there as an internship and that. So it was just great to do that and be a part of that,
Okay. So, let's say a fan walk up to you and ask you, why did you choose to become a singer? What would you tell them?
Oh, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. You got me there with that one. Oh man. I just the only thing I would say is it's a calling. It's a calling. Because sometimes in life we go through things and we feel like we're in the right field or we do it with something is it, but it's a calling and you feel the passion and it's something that's meant to be. It's a calling. That's what I will say.
Okay. So I see you got a lot of stuff under your belt. You got a TV show, video show, songwriter, you started your own magazine. So what made you want to do all that in one?
Oh man, it's I'm gonna tell you right now, honestly, it's a lot of work. It's I give it to everyone who out there who's really trying to do what they got to do. Big respect for everybody. And to you as well, Brian, big shout out to you. Keep doing your thing, brother. Keep doing your thing. But how pretty much how it all came along was actually the inspiration to that, the concept of the platforms was when we first did the Vero G Spotlight TV show, which we were making by the end of this month in September, 4 years for the TV show. And then thank you. It's been a long time. But yeah, after that, I felt like me and my business team, we realized, okay, what does artists need, especially independent artists, and we know that how tough it is in the industry as it is. So I said, what's another way that we could branch out and help them? I said, besides TV, I said, let's do the radio. So we started branching off with the radio at DTF Radio, which we're making 3 years by next year, January, for the Vero G Spotlight Radio Show, which is every Wednesdays from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern Time at DTF Radio. Prior to that, guys, we then branched off. I did this on my own. I said, you know what, this is something we're calling again. let's branch off now a magazine publication. And from that point on, we'll be making, I think, October this year, I think 2 or 3 years, 3 years for the magazine. So, like I said, these are all blessings, and these are just things that I feel like was a help for anybody that's listening, tuning in, for their voice to be heard. This is the reason why we do this. And like I said, with the magazine, the radio, the TV, and then also I have an online show separate from all this. It's called Healing Your Soul Sundays, which I'll get back on it soon because I've just been taking little breaks here and there. But it's pretty much, we're making a 1-year anniversary too this year, this month actually on that. And it's just great to see these small accomplishments, these milestones, because what I do is just I want to help people. I want to inspire them and motivate them to pursue their own dreams in life. Yeah.
Okay. So I know it's difficult to try to do all that by yourself. So do you have a team to assist you?
Yes, definitely. Yeah. A big shout out to my business management team, J Empire Media. He's also the co-host of the radio show as well. He also knows the loudmouth. He goes there, he gets a tendency having the loudmouth, so we don't know why, besides that, a big shout out to Gemini Stacks. He's our videographer, photographer for various things we do, films, events and that sort. And also I just did a documentary with him, which we are submitting to other film festivals as we speak. It's called Daughter's Love, which we did this year. You can check that out. That's available on YouTube for now. And it talks about pretty much my how, we all have lost a loved one, and how we correlate to living their legacy on and those memories along the way, and how to heal from losing a loved one. So that's a really beautiful documentary we did together. But anyway, like I said, we just big shout out to them and Mr. Dooley, and the list goes on to people who've been supporting us. We appreciate you guys. Yeah.
Can you name some people that you feature on your show and the magazine?
Yeah, definitely. It's a lot of people. Okay, so top of my head right now, this is, I guess, a combination with the radio and everything that we've done. Big shout out to all the artists who's been on magazine or TV, radio, whatever we've done. Real Lyrics, Amaj. Oh man, oh my God. Big the Vibes, another amazing artist. There's so many people, man. Shana Gordine, she's an amazing author and poet as well. She's been a couple of times in the magazine, that sort. Oh my goodness, forgive me. It's a lot of people. I'm just like, they get just like on the spot. Let me see the other guy. I want to mess his name up. Oh God, it's just like now I have to look back over here to my mind. Okay, hold on. It's just a few people that I know back in my head, but oh God, just a big shout to everyone who's on anything that we've done. Yeah.
So how can people tune into your show?
Yes, definitely. So, okay, for the radio show, you guys could tune in every Wednesdays from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. Eastern Time. You guys could download the app available, I think it's on TuneIn app, I believe, or at the DTF radio app they have. And you can also watch us live on Facebook Live on their page on DTF Radio. There you could, comment with us. You can share. You could, call in as well. For the TV show, it's seen every Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays from Manhattan. That's Manhattan Able Network, I believe, also in BronxNet, and also at Brick, or in Brooklyn. That's the TV station there. Pretty much that's various, I think various, what do you call that, times they have that. But I know for Manhattan, it's from 5:30 p.m. I know in the Bronx, it's 1:30 or so, if I'm not mistaken, at the Sunday night or late morning, Monday morning, I believe. And then I do know for Brick, it's like late Friday night, morning Saturday morning, so it's around like 12:30 or so. But if you guys need the channels, I could send to you, and you can tell your friends to check out the channels for it. You guys could view it. It's seen on Optimum, I believe, RCN, I think, and also Spectrum. And Files, I believe. Those are the ones I believe that you guys could be able to see the channel, the TV show and everything else with that. Prior to that, with the magazine that's available every month or so, with the publication, you guys could check that out at www.magcloud.com. And there you guys could check out, just type up Vero G Spotlight Magazine. You see all the issues there. and all that said and done. And yeah, you guys could check us out. You know, you can find me on my social media. That my IG is @official Vero G. As you guys see, I'm trying to get the blue check with that. trying. Yeah, like it's a website. Also, you can check me there at www.verogmusic.com. My artist page at VERO2884 at Facebook. And yeah, pretty much you guys can find me there.
Okay. So besides interviews, what other features do you have in your magazine?
Yes. So I like with the publication I have. I wanted to change up a little bit, and I felt like it was way to just inspire people and have different articles and different things of that nature. So, you know, besides write-ups and articles, I do a bit of poetry in there as well. I try to have people as well, like models in there, or I also try to get like, you know, different inspiring, you know, things of nature, like, you know, back to school, what's going to happen, or, you know, about the pandemic, or different topics I want to talk about, also part of the articles and that. And it's just a great way to just, you know, interact with the readers and get them, you know, reading about different other things that, you know, it might be a little bit different on anything else. But I just wanted to kind of like educate people and also like show them there's different ways to, you know, do things and enjoy yourself. Yeah.
Okay. So I see you have been in business for quite some time. Is the industry still male dominant, or did women get some recognition for their hard work?
This is a good question. Okay, so I have seen a slight change. It hasn't gone all the way yet, but it is, unfortunately, and don't get me wrong, I was everybody, but it is a male-dominated industry. You know, it still is. But slowly but surely, what I've seen on my end, there have been slow improvements where women are getting more respect, let's put it that way, and getting more recognition. And that's why I also wanted to do this as being as they call like an entrepreneur in that sorts, because being a Latina is hard. You got to work extra harder, being a minority as it is. And then on top of it, being a woman, you know, we get sometimes backlash for a lot of things. And that's why I fight more than ever, you know, Ryan, like to really be on top of the game, especially being a Latina, being a woman, and also, you know, representing my beautiful plus-size community. I want to represent women that, you know, don't get feel shame about yourself, or don't let other people talk you down. Like, you know, you're a beautiful woman, or if you're doing what you're doing for the community and helping people, go for it. You know, don't let nobody stop you or take what you work so hard for down, you know. So that's why I want to kind of inspire people also with that. But back to your question, yeah, it is very much a male-dominated scene, as they say in the street, but also women are eventually taking over slowly, you know, with their work and the longevity of it all.
Okay. So in your own words, why do you feel female artists have to show their bodies or say explicit lyrics in their songs to sell records?
That's a good one. You see, that's the thing. For me, particularly, I don't think your body should be a sanctuary, right? And I feel as a woman, it shouldn't get to the point where you know, the old saying is in Hollywood, sex sells, right? But that's unfortunate how it is to this day. You know, for example, Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, the list goes on. Lotto, I mean, the list goes on. All these rappers and females in the industry, especially artists, they have to play that kind of game to kind of get that attention. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why I feel like they still do that kind of the mold and everything else, because of the fact that it sticks. You know what I'm saying? And you know, being a woman in this industry, you have to kind of like, I feel we need to clean up a little bit. That's all. I mean, it's be beautiful, be sexy, and show your body, and you know, it's great. But I think it's a better way to show the younger version of the role models you guys have, like women, the little girls, look up to you, say, wait, you know, I don't want to be dressing ratchet out in the street, you know, with booty shorts out, and you know, I think that's only cute to a certain extent. But you know, you have to look at you have to look at your younger audience. You know, those girls are looking up to you like, wow, I want to be that way. You want to show them that, you know, we could be cute and sexy at the same time, but we just clean up a little bit, you know?
Okay. So do you feel anything will change?
I think it will take time. I'm going to be honest with you. I think it's going to take time, but we need more women that are going to just portray, you know, modern day women, as they call it, to show that, you know, it's okay to dress nice in certain ways, but it's a way by doing it, you know, and I think it's going to take time. That's a definite, yeah.
Okay. So right now, what artists are you listening to?
Oh man, the list goes on. It's too many. Too many. I mean, top of my head right now, I'm an old head, so I'm into my R&Bs, my 90s, 80s, even 70s. But I mean, like now, I guess I call it the trend. I'm listening to a few artists out there that are really, you know, doing their thing, like making. Man, I mean, just in general, just a mix of different types of artists I'm listening to, and like Justin Timberlake. I still listen to his music. He has new stuff that came out. You know, I still listen to 50 Cent, you know, time to time. You know, I got to get the gangsta out, you know, so, you know, sometimes. You know, but I just like to hear all types of songs and different types of artists and their music and that, and, you know, use that for myself. Also, Lizzo I'm a big fan of hers, by the way. And I found out she just won yesterday in the Emmys for her series she had, I think, on Hulu or something. One of those things I think it was Amazon, I think. And kudos for her. It was great work. She's representing us, you know. Yeah.
Okay. So, how can I put this? All right. So, whatever music would you like to go back to? As far as like maybe it could be the 70s, 80s, the 90s, or 2000s. But what would you say was your best ever?
Ah, man, we got to go back in time. Oh, man, I would say I'm 90s, all the way 90s, because back then R&B was really R&B back then, and, you know, hip-hop was really, like, big back then at the time, and, you know, you appreciate that stuff. So now the music has changed a lot. I mean, everything's not more of a trend than it was back then. Like, it was just, like, good music here and actually enjoy it, you know. But music now is more like just a trend of what's really like hot at the moment, you know. Yeah.
Okay. So what artists would like to work with, whether it's a signed artist or unsigned artist?
Like if it's a mainstream artist, one of them I would definitely like to work with Neo. He's a really great producer, and I would love to work with maybe a collaboration with him one day, if that's ever possible. As for independent artists, there's a few that I've been watching that I really would like to work with. One who I know personally, his name is Rap Star. Big shout out to him. He's a great artist. Check him out, and he has great content. So I really would like to work with him. There's a few others I'll put out now. I am working on another feature with an amazing artist. Her name is Amaj, which will be doing a new song soon, and it's called Live. So that's all I'm going to give you guys. That's it. But stay tuned for that. We're working on the song, and soon the video will be out. So that's going to be an amazing opportunity to work on that. So more things to come.
Okay. So what are the pros or cons of being in the music industry?
The list goes on. Oh, man. Okay, I'll make it short. I think I'm going to go first with the pros. Particularly in the indie scene, I say the pros about it is that, you know, you have a say in what your music, how your content is. You know, you are your own boss in that sense, and pretty much you just pretty much represent yourself in that sense. I mean, you get to have a fan base that appreciates you and the growth of that, which is amazing. Prior to that, you know, I think the other pro about, you know, being in this industry is, you know, you get to just like appreciate yourself as an artist, and the way you could just do so much with the social media. It's a really big plus for that. You know, social media really helps you get your music out there with marketing and promotions and everything else, and I think that's a great way. Because sometimes, you know, they say you need a record label to help you. Yeah, but mostly now your fans are like your big support. They will push you out there more than anything. So I think that's a plus. Now, the con part about it, of course, is the financial part, the financial burden, as they call it. Being an independent artist, you're basically you're your own backer, your own supporter. I mean, your own sponsor. Forgive me. And I feel it sucks because at the end of the day, you know, it makes you gotta like either for the end of the month, can I eat, you know, have enough money for food or enough money for studio time? So you have to balance that out. You know, that's the only kind I see of that. And also, there are a lot of scammers out there. I've seen with certain promoters. I noticed many years ago when I started doing this industry, and I started seeing a lot of these guys out there. They'll hype the artist up. Oh, we got a mainstream artist or big producer or big, you know, whatever you call it. They would try to lure people in. So you go to the showcases, and you're paying an astronomical amount of money just to do like one song on the stage, and you don't even see that person they promised. It's a lot. It's so much to say, but I would say those are some of the cons of this industry you got to be very aware about. Yeah.
Okay. So what else you got going on?
So this sixth EP album will be out next year. It's called Energy. I'm excited for that one. To me, I feel like it's a spiritual awakening album. It's something that, you know, people will be great to, you know, excited to hear. It's going to have some, you know, nice songs, mellow songs, and, you know, upbeat songs, a little bit of mix of everything. So I'm excited for that. As you guys know, also this month's my birthday. Yay! So I'm excited. I'm getting old. I know. Prior to that, thank you. Yay! I'm excited. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. So besides that, like I said, the magazine is out now, guys. It's September issue of Vero G's Father magazine. We got 3 issues actually. We got the beautiful plus size model Cynthia Ortega's on the main issue. So go cop that. She's on the cover on that one. I have 2 additional issues, special edition issues. Forgive me. One is Terry B. He's the Prince of New Jersey. He's another artist who's on the special edition cover, and then we have another actor by the name of Jonathan Pedro, who's on the other issue. So, yeah, cop that, guys. It's available, I already told you, at www.madcloud.com. So definitely support that. Also, I'm working on some more, you know, publications for the magazine, working on some other stuff for the radio. I'm working on another book I'm working on. That's going to take some time. But it's called I think it's called Love Prevails, or something like that. It's a mix of that, but it's going to be coming up maybe by next year. So I'm excited for that. And also the song I did with big shout out to Real Lyrics. It's called Got Me Going Crazy. It will be on a movie soundtrack soon, by I think maybe next month or so in October. So stay tuned. I'll let you guys know when that's out, and you guys can check that out. And also, you guys could vote for our song, Got Me Going Crazy, that same one, at www.ldmradio.com. That's for the 7th LDM Awards. That's on the R&B category. You can vote for us once a week. We appreciate that. And just more things to come, guys. More things to come.
Is there any more talent that you got that we should know about?
I'm still learning. He's like, what else you know to? Well, I mean, at the moment, I think I'm pretty much booked with all those other things. I'll keep you guys posted if anything else with that.
Okay.
Oh, shoot. Yeah.
Well, how can you be reached?
Yes. Okay, so you guys can find me on my social media. My Instagram is at official Vero G. My Facebook artist page is at VERO2884. I have a Twitter. I'm pretty much just post some stuff from Instagram for that, but it's at VERO2884. Website is www.verogmusic.com. And, if you guys want to book me, you can contact me at any of those platforms and take it from there. Yeah.
Okay. Any shout-outs?
Yes. Okay. So first and foremost, a big shout out to you because we know each other for a long time. So big shout out to you.
Yeah. Thank you. Appreciate that.
You're welcome. And I'm excited also for the magazine. I can't wait. So Yes, I'm waiting. I'm ready. Besides that, big shout out to my team, J Empire Media, Gemini Stacks. The list goes on to all the team members who will be supporting us, Mr. Dooley, and the rest goes on to all of them. Big shout out to supporters, Gary. Just a list of everybody else who's been just supporting the brand and rocking with us for a good amount of years. And I just appreciate everyone who's been just there for us. Thank you.